Certainly then for the first game, hope to see another Oilers victory like they did in Game 1 when the final score was 3-2. And the O's took home the win, qualified for the playoffs for the first time since 2019. O's will be in the playoffs. They'll be either the 3 seed or the 4 seed. Mathematically, they can catch the Glacier Pilots if they win the rest of their games and the Glacier Pilots lose the rest of their games, but that's unlikely. So realistically, the Oilers will either finish 3rd or 4th, and they'll head on the road to either Matsu or Anchorage to play the Pilots in the first round of the Top of the World playoffs. But that's to be determined, and it's also to be determined if the Oilers would have a chance at being the host team in the Top of the World Series. If it comes to that, Oilers now taking the field. The umpires are at home plate, and they're ready to go by the looks of it. They are Ryan Gill behind the plate, Jacob Waldrop at third base, Brad Polk is the umpire at first. I'll give you the Oilers defense as they take the field right now. Ethan Firestone's the catcher. James Shimashita will be at first base. Shun Sakino at second. Trey Becker at shortstop, Braden West at third base. Chase Catafias will be the left fielder. Noah Hennings in center. Jake Brown is the Oilers right fielder. For starter Knowlton Clark. Kansas. Clark started opening day of the regular season against the Bucs. Went 4 innings. Gave up 2 runs and struck out 6. Had a little bit less success last time against the Bucs. The other day ran into some trouble in the 4th and 5th innings of that game. Knowlton went 4 innings in that game, giving up 5 runs. He ran into some trouble with walks in that game as well. Clark's numbers on the season: 25 2/3 in 6 starts. He's allowed 23 hits, 22 runs, 17 earned runs. He's walked 21 and struck out 24. Also 7 hit by pitches, 3 wild pitches, and a home run allowed. He's 0-4 with a 5.96 earned run average this season is Knowlton Clark, the Oilers starting pitcher. Going his warm-ups now. He should be ready for first pitch in just a few moments. Oilers and the Bucs for the 7th time this season. Of the first 6, 4 have gone the way of the O's, including Game 1 of this doubleheader, a 3-2 win for the O's. Beautiful day here in Kenai. Should be set for around a 6:50 start. It's 58 degrees. I feel like 58 degrees in the press box. And it's 58 degrees and sunny for this one. We should get set for a 6:50 first pitch. This will also be a 7-inning game, just like the first game. And it looks like we are just about ready to go. Chad Bourne will follow Alex Champagne, so Champagne leads off. And then it'll be Bourne and then Anglem for the Bucs. Here in the top of the first inning, it's the last time we'll see Knowlton Clark pitch for the O's this season. His overhead wide, then first pitch is high, 1 ball and no strikes. To Alex Champagne, leading off Game 2 of this doubleheader. For the Bucs, 1-0. That's foul back off the pole. Ricochets around there, and it's 1-1. Walden Bros can customize just about anything but specialized in clothing like t-shirts, crops, tanks, hats, and more. Visit them at waldenbros.store. Call them today at 907-394-5510. 1-0 pitch. Fouled away. It was 1-1. Now it's 1-2. So we are just getting started here in Game 2 of this doubleheader. The O's going for the doubleheader sweep. 1-2, the pitch. Upstairs, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Knowlton making his final appearance of the season today for the Oilers, and will be on a pitch count. He's had some arm soreness. 2-2, breaking ball outside, 3-2. Clark has a 4-pitch mix, 4 seams, sinker, curveball, slider. He also throws an occasional changeup for a 5th pitch. 3-2 on the lefty, Champagne. Righty goes into the overhead windup, and his payoff inside and low. He walked the leadoff man. That's what Hayden Johns did last game. And Champagne came around to score in the first. Chad Bourne will be the batter now. The Champagne at first and nobody out here in Game 2. Clark told me he should be on about a 40 to 45 to 55 pitch limit, which means it's unlikely he'll make it through 5 innings. Here's the pitch to Bourne. That's down low. 1 ball with no strikes. Probably anticipate 3 or 4 innings from Knowlton today, depending on how they go. Hayden Johns working 6 innings. Oilers only needed 1 inning out of the bullpen in Game 1, so they are still fresh for the second game. 1-0 is popped up. Third base. Graydon West circles the bag, now comes in. He makes the catch in foul territory for the first out for the O's. Bourne fouls out. 1-on-1 out. Now for Garrett Anglem, who will be followed in the first by Michael Diaz. Not sure exactly what the plan is for the Oilers in terms of their bullpen for this game, but they'll have options. First pitch to the right-hand batting Anglem is a fastball inside, 1 ball and no strikes. Would think that, tried to guess, Mason Kokodinsky might be one of the first out of the bullpen for the Oilers today. Might also see Mose Hayes or Max Miller. Also see one of the two-way players, Shaver or Shimashita. Probably not Shimashita pitch today, but Shaver might, and that's foul back. And it's 1-1. Shimashita pitching 2 innings in the doubleheader on Monday. Ball and a strike to count on Anglem. But we'll see how much length Knowlton Clark's able to give the Oilers in this game. Throw over to first. Closer play. Diving back in there is the runner Champagne. Clark's allowed a lot of stolen bases this season, but he's also picked off 3 batters. He's allowed 13 stolen bases, 2 caught stealings with him on the mound, but 3 pickoffs. Runner goes. The pitch is a breaking ball high. Throw down to second base. Goes towards center field. It's picked up there by Hennings, and going to third is Alex Champagne on the throwing error by Firestone, the catcher. So Champagne steals second. Goes to third on an E2. Oilers had gone 5 out of the last 6 games without making an error. And now it's 5 out of the last 7 games. Oilers keep the infield back here with 1 out and a man on third. The pitch to Anglem. Swung out and fouled back, 2-2. Diaz on deck. Now the Oilers bring the infields in with 2 strikes, all the way in, everybody. West, Becker, Sakino, and Shimashita third to first. Champagne, the runner with third. 2-2. Swung on and missed. Strike 3, a ball in the dirt. Firestone applies the tag, so he doesn't have to throw down to first with a runner at third base. Clark's got a strikeout. And the batter is now Michael Diaz. Diaz had an RBI double in the first inning of Game 1 to drive in Champaign. Trying to do something similar against Milton Clark here in Game 2. He's a left-hand batter. First pitch to him. Inside and low. 1 ball and no strikes. 2 outs, a runner at third. Just getting started in the top of the first. Game 2 of this doubleheader. Coral, Seymour, and Kenai. Not too late if you're in the area to come on down and can still catch almost all of this one. 1-0 pitch. Swung on, hit on the ground up the middle. Base hit going into center field. Champaign trots home from third. And for the second time of this doubleheader, Michael Diaz opens the scoring in the top of the first. Dylan Fesperman will be the batter. That's an earned run. The E2 by Firestone, not significant because on that slow ground ball into center field, Champaign would have scored from second base. Over to first and getting back in there safely is Diaz. It's to Fesperman. Upstairs, 1 ball and no strikes on Dylan Fesperman. Will be followed by Max Ortega. 2 outs, a runner at first. Bucs 1, Oilers haven't batted yet. Throw over to first. Another closer play. Diving back in there safely is Diaz. Bucs come in with 40 stolen bases. The 12 caught stealings, including 1 in the first game. This one's low and outside. 2 balls and no strikes on Fesperman. Clark stepping on, looking over. Hands together at the chest and is 2-0. Fastball high, 3 balls and no strikes with Ortega on deck. Clark will step on in the center of the rubber. Looks over at first to Diaz, throws over there. Another close play. Diaz back in there safely. Clark can be slow to the plate. That's why he's tended to give up a lot of stolen bases, but I give him a lot of credit. That's an elite pickoff move for a right-handed pitcher. 3-0. In there, but he's a strike. 3-1 from Clark to Fesperman. The next. Check swing, but he did not check his swing. It's 3-2. So the runner at first, Diaz, will be in motion with 3-2 and 2 outs.
Go fast, right here, baby.
Clark won't pay him too much mind. Shimashita's not holding him on. 3-2. Swung on, reached for it, fouled back. Still 3 balls, 2 strikes. Oilers clinched a playoff spot with their Game 1 victory. Here's the 3-2. Fastball high, ball 4. Fesperman draws a walk. Diaz to second. Ortega coming up. He didn't play in the first game. Ortega, the catcher for the Bucs. The season for Ortega, a batting average of $120. 2 on, 2 out here. And the first pitch is low and away in the dirt. 1 ball and no strikes. So the Oilers know now that they have 8 games left in the regular season. They've got at least 10 games left in the season. Pitch is outside. And it's 2-0. All you can guarantee yourself by making the playoffs is 2 extra games, a minimum of 2, a maximum of 6, with 2 3-game series in the playoffs. 2-0 to Ortega. Strike called, and it's 2-1.
Go back!
Diaz at second, Vesperman at first with 2 outs. And a run already in for the Bucs in the top of the first. 2-1. Fastball at missed high, and it's 3-1. Control's been the thing that Knowlton has struggled with this season. 21 walks in just over 25 innings. Coming into today, the 3-1 is a strike called at the knees, 3-2. So the runners will be in motion again. The on-deck hitter is Dom Chacon. 3-2. The pitch. Swung on, lined into right center, base hit. Rounding third and heading for home is Diaz. Vesperman will stop at third as Jake Brown gets it in quickly. Ortega's on at first with an RBI single. It's 2-0 Bucs. Now Vesperman stopping at third. A base hit to right center by Ortega. He drives in a run. Now our score 2-0 Anchorage.
Come on, Dom!
First pitch to Dom Chacon, the next batter, left-hand hitter, low, ball 1.
Get in here.
Dylan Maltby's on deck. The runners at the corners, 2 outs, 2 runs in for the Bucs in the top of the first. 1-0 missed outside, 2 balls, no strikes.
Come on, Dom! Keep going, keep going. Come on!
Ortega leads from first, Vesperman the runner at third, and the 2-0. Swing and a miss, it's 2-1. Runners take their leads. Shimoshida's holding on, Ortega at first. 2-1. Fastball high, and it's 3-1. Maltby on deck. Might be getting ready to hit with the bases loaded. 3-1. Swung on, popped up, left side of the infield. Becker moves over toward third base, and he makes the catch to retire the side, as Clark is able to strand a pair in the first. But the Bucs do score twice. 2 runs, 2 hits, an error, and 2 left. Middle of the first inning, it's Anchorage 2, and the O's coming to bat on ESPN 1140, 96.9 FM, KSLV, for Kenai Homer, RadioKenai.com.
It is summertime.
Grace, how's the audio quality? I'm hearing a little bit of static, but if that's not an issue on your end, it's
and
fine.
transform your life by calling Alaska Mobile Storage today. Rent a storage container by the week or the month. Need it longer? No problem. They will deliver to your door to secure your belongings so you can clean
2-0 middle of the first.
Deliver the unit anywhere on the peninsula. Check them out on Facebook or at their website, AlaskaMobileStorage.com. Locally owned and operated, located on K Beach Road, 907-354-4444. Alaska Mobile Storage.
Sun has arrived and your teeth are just beginning to shine. Great news for you, Ridgeway Family Dentistry is here to help. completely accepting come by for a free consultation to get those teeth. All of us at Ridgeway Family Dentistry have a great fun-filled summer. Call today at 628-8402.
Bottom of the first, the Bucs scored twice against Knowlton Clark in the top half, so the Oilers already in a 2-0 hole. They'll be facing Josh Hansel, a starter for the Bucs. Hansel's made 6 starts this season for a total of 28 in the third innings, 21 hits, 10 runs, 8 earned, 12 walks, and 25 strikeouts. He's 2-3 with an ERA of 2.54. The right-hander, the tall 6'6" right-hander from Arizona State. Josh Hansel, and it's the Oilers' first look at him this season. He wears number 31. The Bucs are wearing brown tops, yellow as the secondary color. Oilers in their black tops, red as the secondary color. James Shimashita leads things off for the Oilers. A left-handed batter. Shimashita went 1 for 3 with a walk in the first game. And he takes a strike here, 0-1. Increased his on-base percentage from .464, which is where it was coming into the day. Reaches base almost half the time, Shimashita. The 0-1. That missed low, 1 ball, 1 strike. Josh Hansel, a .254 ERA, has been good this season, 1-1. In the dirt, 2 balls and a strike. He has only gone 28 in the third innings over 6 starts, which is interesting. That means he's averaging less than 5 innings a start, which means the Oilers might have more of a chance to attack Bucs' bullpen, which is a good thing for the O's. This one's fouled back over the backstop. Walden Bros can customize just about anything, but specialize in clothing like t-shirts, crops, tanks, hats, and more. Visit them at waldenbros.store. 2-2. Way outside, 3-2 on Shimashita. Hard-throwing righty from Arizona State. And his defense looks like this. Vesperman's at first, Champagne at second, Graybeck at short, and Maltby at third. 3-2. Holds on the ground foul. Bourne in left, Anglem in center, Diaz in right, and Ortega's doing a catching for Josh Hansel, a right-handed pitcher. .3-2 again. Swung on and lifted toward left center field. That'll have enough air under it for Chad Bourne. He makes a catch. 1 man away in the bottom of the first after a good battle. So it'll be Graydon West's turn to hit, followed by Shun Sakano. West starting both games of this doubleheader at third base. And there's 4 available position players off the bench now. Pitch is fouled back. He tried to bunt it, and it's 0-1. The available players off the bench in this game will be Bowling, Burnham, Nix, and Carson Seaman. The 0-1 pitch to West. Way outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. Interesting, they did give Burnham the day off, even though it's against a right-handed starting pitcher. 1-1 is hammered to left field. That's a big hit. Line drive, up by Bourne. And West is out at first with a 1-out single. Shun Sakino will step in. He had a couple of hits in the first game. West, the runner at first, just 1 for 4 stealing bases this season. So I wouldn't expect him to be going. 2-0 Bucs, bottom of the first. 1 on, 1 out for the O's. And the pitch is swung on, foul off to the left and out of play. 0-1. Beer guard mostly full now. Good amount of fans at all the bleachers too. Coming out to support their O's. Only have a couple more chances to do that in this regular season. Love to see you out here this weekend. 0-1 pitch. Fouled off. 0-2. When you do, you'll be supporting a playoff team. It's the Oilers clinching a playoff spot. This year's top of the world playoffs with their 3-2 victory in Game 1 of today's doubleheader. 0-2 to Sakino. Here's the pitch. Fastball away, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Bucs have been hovering around 500 for most of the year. And they've spent most of it in 3rd place. That's where they are now, at 500. 15-15 their record. Coming into the second game of the doubleheader. Throw over to first. West dives back in safely, 1-2. The Oilers started off 6-16. At the time, they were just a game and a half above the Chinooks. But they've since won 8 of 10. This one missed inside. And a balk is called. A balk was called, and West goes to second base. So the count should still be 1-2 because the balk would nullify the pitch. Not sure who catch what the balk was called for, but West is at second. Now the 1-2, fouled away to the left over the beer garden. I think out of Coral Seymour.
Yes.
Sakino, compact open stance for the left-hand hitter. 1-2. Thrown low. It's 2-2. West the runner at second after a single and a balk with 1 out. Oilers trailing 2-0 here in the bottom of the first. Now it's 2-2. That's high, ball 3. Oilers are making Hansel work. It's already his second full count to the first 3 batters. And a Bucs team that's got a thin bullpen. 3-2. High and inside, ball 4, and Sakino draws a walk. So 2 on with 1 out in the bottom of the first for the Oilers after falling behind in the top of the first. Noah Hennings will hit. Hennings had a good game in Game 1. A single, a sac fly, and a walk. He'll be followed by Ethan Firestone. Hennings in the cleanup spot today in center field in Game 2 with Casey Burnham getting rested. First pitch to Hennings, taken low, 1 ball and no strikes. A couple of RBI singles in the top of the first for the Bucs. The O's with a chance to answer straight away. And 1-0 the count on Noah Hennings. Bucs have the infield playing for the double play. Third baseman Maltby, and in case Hennings wants to lay one down. 1-0 missed outside, 2-0. Kevin Clancy, of course, coaching third for the Oilers. Anthony Mizrahi coaching first for head coach Larry McCann. 2 balls and no strikes. Pitch to Hennings. Taken at the bottom of the zone, 2-1. Hennings probably gets the green light there on 2-0, but not going to swing at a borderline pitch at the knees. Especially in a double play situation, 2 on, 1 out. 2-1 on Hennings. Runners go. The pitch swung on, hit slowly on the ground towards short. Charging is Graybeck. He'll throw home with West coming, and West is tagged out at the plate. What are the Oilers doing there? Graydon West runs around third base and runs into an out. Again. Oh my goodness. That was inexplicable. I'm not going to lie. I cannot believe that the Oilers sent Graydon West around third there. That was... Well, we've seen some puzzling ones this season. I'm going to say that takes the cake, and only because West runs around third base. I'm not sure whether he was waived or if he did it on his own. I assume he was waived, but with 1 out, the ball hadn't even reached Graybeck, so he just picked it up and threw home. It was an easy 6-2 out. Give Hennings an infield single, I believe it should be, on the hit and run. And for whatever reason, Graydon West trying to score out by a mile. 6-2. That is a really, really awful base running play. And Firestone will hit now. 2 on, 2 out. Now the step off, and it's a game where the pitchers really struggled to get outs. The only out he's gotten in the first 4 batters was a fly out to left field, and you just gifted him a second out on a play where you had no chance to score. Should be bases loaded, 1 out. Instead, 2 on with 2 out. Pitch to Firestone. Swung on, hit right toward the shortstop, and Graybeck throws to second, goes the short way, and gets the out, and that retires the side. 6-4 on the fielder's choice, with Noah Hennings forced out. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, 1 big base running error though, that's for sure, and 2 left on base. At the end of 1, it's Anchorage 2, the Oilers nothing on ESPN 1140, 96.9 FM, and RadioKeynote.com.
Well, we've all heard a lot about unplanned pregnancies in the last few weeks, and whatever your thoughts might be on this issue, there is a way to prevent worrying about it ever again. Okay, guys, if your family is complete or you just have no desire to father children, then a vasectomy is a perfect, easy solution. Dr. Alvarez will perform your no-needle, no-scalpel vasectomy in a private office setting, and you'll get to be a hero to your partner. Or, if you're single, it's a great way to break the ice. Call Peninsula Surgery and Aesthetics, 2625111, to schedule this quick, minimally invasive procedure.
Summer's here, and Alaska Trailer has the latest outdoor trailers for your great summer adventure. Alaska Trailer has everything you need when it comes to new trailers or truck beds. Now they're open in their brand new location on K Beach Road. Come take a look at their dump trailers, equipment trailers, deck overs, tilts, utility, enclosed trailers, and truck beds. Now is a great time to pick up that new trailer or truck bed you've always wanted. Alaska Trailer, between the Duck Inn and Trinity Greenhouse on K Beach. We're here on the peninsula to serve you.
Top of the second inning, Oilers had a big chance. Should have had 1 out and the bases loaded in the bottom of the first, but inexplicably ran home when the shortstop had the ball. It predictably resulted in an out at the plate. And 1 fielder's choice later, the Oilers were done in the first inning. 2-0 Bucs as we start the second. They'll have 8, 9, and 1 coming up in the batting order. Maltby, Graybeck, and Champaign. Dylan Maltby, a right-hand batting third baseman, leads off. He had about as bad a game as you could have at the plate in game 1. He went 0 for 3 with a double play and a 3-0 foul out. Breaking ball strike there from Clark. Walk 2, gave up 2 runs in the first inning. See if he's able to command his pitches a little bit better here in the second. The 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss at a fastball low. 0-2. Dylan Maltby, Sean Maltby's son, the GM of the Bucs. The 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball caught out of miss. Strike 3. A wave, nothing more on the swing by Maltby. Second strikeout for Clark. Great back. Will it come up? The number 9 hitter. Should be 2 hits apiece now for each team. Depends how we score the one off the bat of Hennings, but I'd score that a single and an out at home. Pitch low to Graybeck. 1 ball with no strikes. 1-0. Fastball high. 2-0. 2-0 Bucs, top of the second, in a 7-inning game. 1 out, nobody on. 2-0. Foul off to the left and out of play. Walden Bros can customize just about anything, but specialize in clothing like t-shirts, crops, tanks, hats, and more. Visit them at waldenbros.store. Call them today, 907-394-5510. 2 balls and a strike. Now the pitch. Swung on, flared foul off to the left and out of play. Champagne is on deck. 2 balls and 2 strikes to count now. And the pitch, breaking ball, missed a little bit high. 3-2 the count. The number 9 batter, Graybeck, comes into the day with a 181 batting average. The 3-2. Down and in, ball 4, and walks the number 9 hitter. Never a good thing. Never want to walk the number 9 hitter, even now that DH is in use at all levels of baseball. Champagne will come up. He walked and scored in the first inning, just like he did in the first game of today's doubleheader, which the Oilers won 3-2. Champagne, a left-hand hitter, and the first pitch to him is down low and ball with no strikes. Sunny day here in Kenai. No clouds in the sky we can see from here. After lots of rain yesterday evening. A 1-0. That's low. 2 balls and no strikes. Game 3 of this series will be tomorrow at 6 o'clock. And 2 more games scheduled after that, Sunday and Monday. 2-0. Swing and a tip in and out of the mitt of Firestone. 2-1.
Grab it. Keep going, baby. Keep going. Come on.
2 balls, 1 strike. And batter Champagne. Now the pitch. Line to left field. A base hit the opposite way. Picked up by Catafias. Stopping at second is Graybeck. Champagne has a 1-out single. First and second. Here in the second for the Bucs, who already lead 2-0.
Batting number 11, Chad Bourne.
Chad Bourne will step in.
Chadwick, wait for yours! Oh, no.
Bourne from the University of Miami, right-hand batter. 2 on, 1 out. 2-0 Bucs lead here in the top of the second. Clark sets.
Oh!
Here's the pitch. Breaking ball, a wave and a miss. 0-1. A sword from Bourne. Graybeck at second, Champagne at first. Well, there's a double play, depth on the infield. 0-1 is belted to center field, high in the air. Hennings moves over to right center, makes the catch. Tagging is Graybeck. Hennings will throw it. It's cut off by Becker. I'm not sure why Becker cut that off. I think Graybeck probably would have been safe at third, but there was no need to cut that ball off, I don't think. And Becker and West talking a little bit now. I'm not sure why that ball had to be cut off. I think it was worth at least letting that throw go in. And it's the third baseman's job in that situation to say through. And tell the shortstop to let the ball go through. But 2 outs. Runners at the corners now for Englum. He takes low and outside ball 1. Englum struck out in the first. It's 2 outs, first and third here in the second. 1-0 on Englum. The pitch, runner going, popped up. Right side, Shimashita over near the railing, and he's out of room. Ball and a strike. That's brought to you by Walden Bros. They can customize just about anything, but specialize in clothing like t-shirts, crops, tanks, hats, and more. Visit them at waldenbros.store. Call them today at 907-394-5510. 1-1 the count.
Oh, Garrett!
Throw over to first, diving back in there is Champagne.
Oh, back! Come, baby, come now!
Runner goes 1-1. Swung on, lifted in the air to left. Catafias moves over a little bit, reaches up and makes the catch to retire the side. In the top of the second inning for the Bucs. No runs on a hit. No Oiler errors. And 2 men left on base. We go to the bottom half of the second inning. It's the Anchorage Bucs 2, the Peninsula Oilers nothing on ESPN 1140, 96.9 FM, and RadioKenai.com.
One of the questions I get asked most frequently by people is, I don't want to sue anybody. I don't want to go to court. I don't want to have a deposition taken. They don't want to have their business be made public. And I think a common misunderstanding is that if you have a case, a personal injury case or a car accident case, that you will end up in court. Most of those are settled without ever even needing to file a lawsuit.
What was the final score in that game?
Negotiate with insurance adjusters who are trying to prevent them from getting a full recovery. Earhart, Elsner, and Cooley.
What are the 2 most important things about a mortgage? Well, besides paying it every month, obviously the first thing is getting the mortgage. The second is service. Chris Hughes at Home State Mortgage in Soldotna knows those things can't be taken for granted. Chris will work hard to make that loan for you, and you'll receive service. You'll always have a direct line to your own personal service rep locally on the Kenai. It's always closing time with Chris Hughes, branch manager at Home State Mortgage in Soldotna, 260-5400.
Home State Mortgage, NMLS 189191. Chris Hughes, NMLS 117429.
It's the bottom of the second, and Jake Shaver will lead things off for the O's, who trailed 2-0. Shaver, Catafias, Becker, 6, 7, and 8 for the Oilers here in their half of the second inning. Shaver digs in, taps the plate. Jake DHing today.
I got one. You can have.
Two-way player from Arizona against the pitcher from Arizona State. Fouls the first pitch off to the right, 0-1. Walden Bros can customize just about anything, but specialize in clothing like t-shirts, crops, tanks, hats, and more. Visit them at waldenbros.store. Call them at 907-394-5510. Shaver hitting 146 on the season. The 0-1 is hit on the ground slowly towards shortstop. Backhanded by Graybeck. A long throw is not in time. Shaver beats it out for an infield hit. Perfectly placed, just about. Slow ground ball. Graybeck had to go way into the hole, backhand it. Did his best. Shaver not the fastest on the team, but just enough to beat that out for an infield single. Well, just like game one, the Oilers have reached base often, early and often here, but so far haven't scored. Pitch to Catafyas is high, 1-0. Oilers reached base 3 of the first 6 in the first game. They've reached base 4 of the first 6 here, but the big blow is a self-inflicted one. Base running mistake. Bizarre one at that. In the bottom of the first, on an infield hit. Pitch is a strike, 1-1. Braden West waved around third. Not the shortstop, had the ball. One of the easiest outs at home you'll ever see. Ball and a strike on Catafyas. Pitch. Way but a miss. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Chase hitting .234 this season with 11 base hits. Trey Becker will follow him. 1-2, Catafyas takes a breaking ball high, 2-2. Bucs wanted that call from Ryan Gill, didn't get it. 2-2. Shaver leads off first. Pitch to Shaver. Fastball high. It's 3-2. The Bucs wanted that call too. Similar spot, breaking ball and a fastball, both just above the top of the zone, according to Ryan Gill. Payoff pitch, Shaver running, it's swung on, foul back. Still 3 balls, 2 strikes. Boy, that's putting a lot of pressure on Catafyas not to strike out. Jake Shaver has no stolen bases this season. He's been caught once. See if he's running again on 3-2. No. And the pitch is swung out and missed. And a good thing that Shaver wasn't running. Strike 3. Catafyas retired, and now Trey Becker. And if Shaver's running on that pitch, it's an easy strike him out, throw him out for the Bucs. 1 on, 1 out. Bottom of the second, Becker steps in. First pitch, fastball high, 1 ball and no strikes. Trey Becker, a couple of hits in game 1 of this series, which he came into batting .280. Throw over to first, diving back in there is Shaver. Becker will be followed by Brown. Becker batting 8th in game 2. He hit 2nd in game 1. Shaver runs, the 1-0 is foul back on the hit and run. And it's a ball and a strike. That's brought to you by Walden Bros. They can customize just about anything, but specialize in clothing like t-shirts, crops, tanks, hats, and more. 907-394-5510. 1-1 pitch. This ball in there is strike called. 1-2. Shaver still standing at first with Jake Brown on deck. It'll be a 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3 on a fastball high and away. Becker to chase there, expecting something else. So Jake Brown bats. Shaver still stuck at first base. 2-0 Bucs. Bottom of the second. 2 outs and a runner on first for the Oilers. First pitch to Brown is hit on the ground slowly towards short. Graybeck flips it in one motion to the second baseman Champagne. And that retires the side, 6-4 on the fielder's choice. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. At the end of 2, Anchorage 2, the Oilers nothing. On ESPN 1140, 96.9 FM, and RadioKenai.com.
Hello, I'm Marty Hansen, owner and manager of Eyewear Express. Nice brand new glasses from Eyewear Express. Everything is crystal clear. You have them a month, and the lenses look like you snagged them out of the Kenai, all scratched up. Well, at Eyewear Express, you can get those lenses replaced for free if you get them with the Scratch Guard code. Let me say that again. Eyewear Express will replace your Kenai River-looking lenses for free. See the store for details. Eyewear Express in the Peninsula Center Mall, Soldotna, 260-9199.
Come to Kenai. That's right. The same pitas you've come to know from our store in Soldotna are now available in Kenai. We're serving up our fresh grilled, flavor-filled pitas, refreshing real fruit smoothies all summer long. Open every day at 11, you can find the Pita Pit food truck in front of the old car wash just past the Kenai Visitor Center.
Pita Pit food truck?
Pita Pit food truck.
Top of the third, 2-0 Bucs. Told you Knowlton Clark would be on a pitch count, and he's actually out of the game after 2 innings. He had to face 12 batters. He gave up 2 in the first pitch to scoreless second. But he's replaced now by the hometown hero, Mose Hayes from a homer. And Mose comes in with 25 innings, 20 hits, 15 runs, 7 walks, and 19 strikeouts. 9 hit by pitches. That's a lot. More hit by pitches than walks. 10 appearances. This is a team-leading 11th pitching appearance of the season for Mose Hayes. He's 2-1 with a 5.40 ERA, a whip of 108. And he has been the Oilers' savior many times this season due to the volume of innings he's given the Oilers out of the bullpen. Sometimes when they've had no other options. And he's done a really, really nice job. He's sometimes been asked to work a volume role in mop-up duty. Other times he's been put in high-leverage situations. This time it's probably in between those 2 extremes. Starting the third, trailing 2-0. Mose Hayes gets the call here. The call to the bullpen brought to you by Peninsula Pumping, your local homegrown septic pumping company. When you need to get your septic pumped, give your bullpen sponsor a call. Peninsula Pumping, 907-262-5969. That's 907-262-5969. For Peninsula Pumping. Clark's pitching line, as the starter, he goes 2 innings, gives up 3 hits and 2 runs, both earned, 3 walks and a strikeout. That's brought to you by Everybody Rides Again. Looking for a used vehicle? No credit, bad credit, no problem. Your job plus a small down payment is all you need. Located on the Big Corner, K Beach and Poppy Lane. Call 907-260-3053. Everybody rides again. 907, 260, 30, 53. First pitch to Diaz missed outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Now Hayes, long curly hair, set to the chest. His 1-0 is popped up left center. Hennings gives way to Catafias, who now comes in, now moves towards center, and he makes the catch. Took a winding route to the ball there, Catafias, but he puts it away. And Fesperman will bat now. Fesperman 0 for 1 with a walk. Mose Hayes has been absolutely terrific this season. And everything the Oilers have asked of him. He was not used much at all last season. Vesperman fouls one on the ground toward the third base Bucs dugout. Walden Rose can customize just about anything, but specialize in clothing like t-shirts, crops, tanks, hats, and more. Visit them. WaldenRose.store. Call them at 907-394-5510. Rose wants a new set of signs from Ethan Firestone. Remember, Firestone, the newest catcher for the Oilers. The 0-1. Breaking ball just inside. 1-1. I almost hit Vesperman. That's been the issue for Hayes. Those breaking pitches that start inside and sometimes don't break early enough. That's how he's racked up 9 hit-by pitches. Mostly to right-handed batters as a right-handed pitcher. 1-1. Yeah, that's high, just a little bit high, 2-1. It's not been a very high strike zone for Ryan Gill so far today in game 2. 2-1. Same spot, 3-1. Those two both might have been strikes in game 1 with Jacob Waldrop behind the plate, but not now. 3 balls and a strike to Vesperman. Hayes sets in the 3-1. Is ripped foul with a beer garden, and someone in the front row is unable to make the catch, but it looks like everybody's okay, and more importantly, that nobody spilled any beer. 3-2 on Vesperman. Here's the pitch. Swung on, popped up. Left field, foul ground. It's Becker over. And he reaches up in front of Catafias to make the catch. And Catafias appreciative of that effort by Becker. Had to come a long way. That's probably left fielder's ball 9 times out of 10. Catafias, to be fair, was going to get there to make the catch, but Becker got over there quicker. Ortega bats. He is 1 for 1 with an RBI single off Clark in the first. First pitch to him. Strike at the top of the zone. 0-1. Dom Chacon, the DH, would be next. 2 outs and nobody on for Max Ortega. 2-0 Bucs in the top of the third. 0-1 on the way. Fastball outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Dom Chacon is on deck. The next will be a 1-1. Taken down and away. 2 balls and a strike on Ortega. Right-hand batter. The Anchorage Bucs. 2-0 Bucs, top of the third. 2 outs, bases empty. Pitch to Ortega. Swung out, pulled foul toward the bullpen at left field and over it. Still 2-2.
Ortega, you can't do that again.
Mose Hayes is almost been could say the most important player for the Oilers this season. As the 2-2 just missed outside, the Oilers thought it was strike 3. Hayes is pitched a high volume, mix of high volume, high leverage roll. Hometown player, 3-2. It swung on, grounded to short, routine play. Trey Becker makes it look even easier than that as he throws to first. A 1-2-3 inning for Mose Hayes. We go to the bottom of the third. It's the Bucs 2, the O's nothing on ESPN 1140, 96.9 FM and RadioKenai.com.
Now that masks are starting to come off, is your smile ready for its big reveal? At Gentle Dental, we want to give you the beautiful, healthy smile you deserve. Gentle Dental is partnering with Invisalign to comfortably and conveniently straighten your teeth and brighten your smile. Straight teeth are healthy teeth, and healthy is beautiful. Call Gentle Dental today at 262-8834.
It's a summer sale going on at Safe and Sound in Soldotna. Get your boats, RVs, side-by-sides, and motorcycles in and set up with the best audio setups available. And all in-stock marine speakers are on sale now. Also get 25% off all lighting in stock. Safe and Sound is a factory direct dealer for Alpine, Focal, Hertz, JL Audio, JVC, Kenwood, Nakamichi, Pioneer, and Rockford Fosgate. You'll always get the lowest prices on the peninsula for Rockford Fosgate. It's a summer sale going on right now at Safe and Sound, located across from Beeman's in Soldotna.
Bottom of inning number 3 here at Coral Seymour Memorial Ballpark in Kenai on this Friday evening. Beer garden's just about full now. And bleachers are almost half full, it looks like, which is pretty good. There's a lot of space, a lot of capacity in the bleachers here at Coral Seymour. So even on the most packed night of the season, they're not full to the brim. But certainly a decent turnout in this Friday evening game. The pitch is inside to Shimashita, 1-0 from Hansel. The Bucs lead 2-0 going to the bottom of the third. Tall righty deals 1-0 from the windup. That's a strike on the outside corner, 1-1. 3 more games in this series. Tomorrow at 6, Sunday at 2, and Monday at 6. The 0-1 pitch outside, rather 1-1 pitch outside, 2-1. 2 balls and a strike on Shimashita here to begin the home third. Wind up in a 2-1. Swung on, fouled away, off to the left, and out of play. Walden Rose can customize just about anything, but specialize in clothing like t-shirts, crops, tanks, hats, and more. Visit them at waldenrose.store. Call them today, 907-394-5510. 2-2. God, on a missed. Strike 3. Third strikeout for Josh Hansel. He's settling in. He's retired the last 4 after 4 of the first 6 reached. Braden West will come up. He raced a single to left field his first time up, and then was thrown out at the plate in one of the more bizarre base running decisions. Though, to be fair, not sure it was his decision, but it was not a good decision. As the pitch is a called strike on the swing. Tried to check his swing, but didn't. It's 0-1. West was at second base when Noah Hennings hit a ground ball infield single to shortstop, and he just kept running. He's thrown out at the plate by about 30 feet, and the 0-1 is outside, and it's 1-1. Sakino will follow West here in the home third with 1 out, nobody on. The pitch, low, 2 balls and a strike. One thing the Oilers have done well against Hansel is put together some long at-bats. They haven't scored off of him yet. And it averages under 5 innings per start this summer. The 7th start, the 2-1. Breaking ball over for a strike. And it's 2-2. So again, tomorrow at 6, Sunday at 2, Monday at 6, and that is it for the home portion of the regular season. 2-2. Outside at 11, 3-2. There's a remote scenario in which the Oilers would host a playoff series, but it requires a lot of things to happen, so it is likely that this weekend will be your last chance to see the Oilers live on the peninsula this summer. 3-2, line towards center, falling fast, coming in, diving is Englund, and he caught it! What a catch by Garrett Englund, the Bucs center fielder! A sinking line drive to center. And Englund coming in. Diving towards the plate to snag it and rob West if it would have been his second hit. That gets a star. Here's Shun Sakino. He takes outside. 1 ball and no strikes. So the scenario the Oilers host in the playoffs goes like this. First, they've got to beat the Bucs enough so that they overtake the Bucs in the standings. The 1-0 is popped foul to the left and out of play. 1-1. They've got to finish third ahead of the Bucs. And they have to obviously win the first series, which would be on the road. A 1-1 outside and low. 2-1. The Bucs would also have to win their first playoff series as the 4 seed, which did happen last year. And if all of that happens, then the Oilers would potentially host the Bucs in the top of the World Series here at Coral Seymour. The 2-1, high and outside, 3-1, but that requires the Glacier Pilots and the Miners both to lose in the first round. That's unlikely because they're the 2 best teams record-wise in the ABL. More likely the Oilers will be playing on the road even if they do advance to the top of the World Series. 3-1 missed high. Ball 4. So Sakino draws a walk. Second time he's done that. Second walk allowed by Hansel.
Now batting center fielder number 24, Noah Hennings.
Noah Hennings bats with a runner at first and 2 outs. Now this is a situation where you might want to send Sakino. He's got a league-leading 15 steals on the season. Throw to first, the Bucs know that, and Sakino dives back in safely. 15 successful, just 2 times caught for Sakino. A great ratio that puts him in stark contrast with the rest of the Oilers. There he goes, the pitch swung on, whipped into center field, a base hit. Sakino waved around second, he'll head in for third. The throw comes into third, it's a backhand pick by Maltby. I'll tell you what, that ball could have been headed toward the dugout. Maltby with a nice backhand pick. The throw for the center fielder, Englund. Hennings is on at first. Oilers have had a couple of runners reach now. The 2 outs in the third. Ethan Firestone comes up with another chance to put the Oilers on the board. Firestone grounded into a fielder's choice to end the first inning. His first time up. Hennings is now 3 for 3 with a walk and a sac fly between the 2 games today. Good speed on the bases, both him at first and Sakino at third. Pitch is a strike called to Firestone at the top of the zone, 0-1. Ethan, the catcher from USC, went 1 for 3 with an RBI single in Game 1. He's been a very big boost for the Oilers since coming up at the end of the last homestand. Throw over to first, and Hennings dives back in, rushes off his jersey. Now 0-1 on Firestone. Infield straight up, the outfield straight away. First baseman Vesperman holding on Hennings. The 0-1, a big rip and a miss. Firestone looking to lace one deep to left field there. And it's 0-2. And Sell's already stranded 3 Oilers in the first 2 innings. Looking to make it 5 in the first 3. Bucs lead 2-0. 2 out, first and third. Now the pitch, Hennings runs. It swung on, reached for, and fouled at the plate toward the Bucs' third base dugout. 0-2. Jake Sheaver, who had an infield hit his first time up, would be next. Oilers trail the Bucs 2-0 in the third. Both Bucs runs coming in the top of the first. The Oilers took the first game of this doubleheader 3-2. 0-2 to Firestone. And the pitch is swung out, shot slowly fouled on third. Count still no balls and 2 strikes. On Ethan Firestone.
You want my glasses? You only be able to see out of one eye.
If he had one good eye, he'd be a cyclops.
Ryan Gill hearing it from the Oilers fans. Throw over to first, and Noah Hennings dives back in. So no balls and 2 strikes on Firestone. 2 outs, first and third in the third of a 7-inning game. So it's like the 5th. Hennings runs. The pitch is high. They won't throw to second. Hennings slides in with an uncontested stolen base. His 4th of the year. So 2 in scoring position now, and a 1-2 count on Firestone. Base hit probably ties the game. 2 out, second and third. Right on right. 1-2. Swung on, he just got a piece of it, managing to foul it back. Still 1 ball and 2 strikes. One and 2 to count on Firestone. Now the pitch. Swung on, hit in the air to left field. Over toward the line, Bourne, and foul ground. He makes the catch on the gravel warning track right up against the bullpen. Right up against the Bucs bullpen. Nice play by Chad Bourne, and that retires the side in the third. No runs, a hit. 2 more left for the Oilers. They've left 5 on base through the first 3 innings of this game. We go to the 4th. It's 2-0 Anchorage on ESPN 1140, 96.9 FM, KSLD, Soldotna, Kenai, Homer, and RadioKenai.com.
Service at a price you can afford. They specialize in tree removal, installations, landscaping, and hardscaping. Earthscape serves the Kenai, Soldotna, Nikiski, and Sterling areas and are licensed, bonded, and insured. Call Earthscapes LLC for your excavation and landscaping needs. 907-398-7624 for your free quote. Earthscapes LLC. Are you looking for great cocktail ideas for all your summer fun? Well, then get yourself into Discount Liquor and try their new selection of ready-to-drink cocktails and their selection of fine whiskey and bourbons, plus their great variety of beer, wine, and spirits. Discount Liquor also offers discounts on special event orders and case buys. Just ask, and they'll work with you. Discount Liquor, your #1 spot to summer for all your adult beverages. Located on Irons Avenue next to Lucky Raven and True Blue Coffee Shop.
Ethan Firestone Back behind the plate for the Oilers. He fouled out second and third to end the third. Top of the fourth, 2-0 Bucs. They've got the bottom third of their order due up. Dom Chacon, Dylan Maltby, and Cody Graybeck. Starting with Dom Chacon in play in game one. Chacon hitting .250 for the season. Hitting 7th left-hand hitter. It's Mose Hayes back out for his second inning of work. Seems like the fans have warmed a little bit to Ryan Gill, and I think it had something to do with the fact that he just cleaned the plate. Always much appreciated here at Coral Seymour. Chacon, a left-hand batter. Start the fourth, 2-0 Bucs, and he takes a fastball high, 1-0. 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors by the Bucs. They've left 4 men on base. No runs, 4 hits, 1 error by the Oilers. They've left 5 men on base. Alrighty, Hayes pitching to left-hand batting Chacon. This one is swung on and roped foul. Ball and a strike. Walden Bros can customize just about anything, but specialize in clothing like t-shirts, crops, tanks, hats, and more. Visit them at waldenbros.store. Call them today at 907-394-5510. Ball and a strike, the count. Now the pitch. Breaking ball in there, strike 2. One ball, 2 strikes on Chacon, leading off the visiting fourth. The pitch. Outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Trying to locate a score update for you. 2-2. Breaking ball hit on the ground, foul at first base. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count. Two and 2. Now the pitch. Breaking ball outside. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Good way. Put up.
Well, pitch missed high. All 4. So Chacon gets away from Hayes. And he's on as a leadoff man. Walk to begin the fourth. Maltby next, and he struck out his first time up. Now it's Maltby, and the right-hand batter takes a strike at the knees, 0-1. So, we do have an update for you. But only kind of, because the update is that the game was postponed between the Pilots and the Chinooks. Throw over to first. Out at first. Dom Chacon picked off by Mose Hayes. Oilers pitchers have done a good job this season at that, picking off runners. Should be... I don't know what the count is on Dylan Maltby. This pitch, breaking ball missed high. See if Ryan Gill tells us what the count is. It's 1-1. Thanks, Ryan. Chacon picked off. That goes 1-3. Lead off walk. That's big. 1-1 on Maltby. Just tie. 2 balls and a strike. Shin Machida with the tag. Chacon picked off at first base. Well, there's not the only team with base running mistakes today. 2-1. On the inside corner, strike 2 and 2. So the Glacier Pilots game, this according to Chinook's Twitter, has been canceled and moved to Sunday. The Chinooks and the Pilots will play a doubleheader on Sunday starting at 2. 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. Down goes Maltby for strikeout from Mose Hayes. And Graybeck will hit next. Graybeck is 0 for 1 with a 0 for 0 with a walk. So that means that tie at first place at the top of the ABL standings will hold until at least tomorrow. Tomorrow the Pilots face the Miners, so that'll be a head-to-head showdown for first place. Pitch to Graybeck, down low, 1 ball to no strikes. It's an interesting dynamic. These two teams are playing for third place in the ABL, but they don't know what that means yet, because we don't know who's going to be first and who's going to be second. 1-0 up and away, 2 balls and no strike, and the same almost could be said for the Pilots and the Miners. They're playing for first place, but I don't know if they're playing to finish first and face the 4th place Oilers, or if it would be the 4th place Bucs. 2-0. Upstairs, 3 balls, no strikes on Graybeck. One thing the Oilers have done is matched their win total from a year ago. 2021 Oilers missed the playoffs and went 14-26. 2022 Oilers have made the playoffs. They're 14-18. And the pitch misses low, and now I guess it's 3-1 on the batter Graybeck. 2 outs and nobody out at the top of the 4th. Bucs 2, Oilers nothing. 3-1. That's high, ball 4. That'll turn the order over for Alex Champagne. Second walk of the inning, but just a 2-out walk because of the pickoff earlier. Champagne's been on base twice. He has walked and scored and singled. Left-hand hitting Bucs second baseman. 2 outs and Graybeck the runner at first. The pitch. And there for a strike, 0-1. Bucs hitting as a team coming into today scored almost 5 runs per game, 4.9. They're 4th in the league in average and on-base percentage. 3rd in the league in slugging. The batting average .243. Runner goes. It's a line drive to second base, and Becker catches it, tags the runner. There were 2 outs already. Would have been an unassisted double play for 4 outs, but it's a line out to Trey Becker. That's how the top of the 4th comes to a close. No runs, no hits, no errors, and a man left on base. We go to the bottom of the 4th, halfway through the Schedule 7. It's Bucs 2, O's nothing on ESPN 1140, 96.9 FM, and RadioKeynote.com.
Frames and things, we have the gifts. Come check out our Alaskan-made gift lines, including Bayshore Design wooden maps, Jackie McGann's metal artwork, a complete line of birch syrup products, pottery, soaps, original artwork by Bruce Nelson, Benjamin Stevens, Barbara LaValle, and so much more. Frames and Things is located at 43540 Whistle Hill Loop, next door to Brew at 602. Our hours are 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, and 10 to 4 on Saturday. You can also contact us by phone at 907-262-5248.
Odyssey Family Practice is your local occupational health provider.
We provide many services in one convenient location, including pre-employment exams, DOT physicals, drug and alcohol testing, 24/7 on-call services, and more.
We're flexible, and we always work hard to meet the needs of your company.
For top quality occupational health services on your schedule, choose Odyssey Family Practice.
Call 907-313-4569 to schedule an appointment.
Or find us on Facebook.
Odyssey Family Practice. Epic healthcare for your company.
It's the bottom of the fourth. John Chancel has tiptoed his way through 3 scoreless innings. He's given up 4 hits, 2 walks, been helped out by some Oilers base running in the first inning. Oilers have had at least 1 man on in all 3 innings. They've left 2 on base in the first and 2 more in the third. Also had a man thrown out at the plate in the first. That was the bizarre base running play. The pitch to Shaver is a strike, 0-1. 2-0 Bucs, bottom of the fourth of a 7-inning game. Shaver, an infield single his first time up. Shaver, Catafias, and Becker, 6, 7, and 8 for the Oilers here. They're half of the fourth. 0-1, been a foul. Dribbling back toward the backstop, I think it's 2. Walden Bros can customize just about anything, but specialize in clothing like t-shirts, crops, tags, hats, and more. Visit them. WaldenBros.store. Call them today at 907-394-5510. The 0-2 to Shaver. Swung on, lined up the middle. There's a base hit going into center field, and Jake is 2 for 2. Bobbled in center by Anglem, but able to get it back quickly. Catafias will bat now. He struck out his first time up. Oilers have the leadoff man on for the second time. Shaver was the leadoff man out in the first, and then the next 3 Oilers were all out. Catafias squares to butt. Doesn't get it down. Foul territory. 0-1.
Oh, it's almost in the booth.
Catafias looks at third base coach Kevin Clancy for the signs. Let's see what's in store on 1-0. The third baseman, Maltby, is in at the edge of the grass. He squares, takes a breaking ball outside and low. 1 ball and 1 strike. He did square on that 0-1 pitch, so let's see if he does on 1-1. Look over at first. Shaver's got not too big a lead, the 1-1. Up and away, snap throw to first. Dug out of the ground by Fesperman as Shaver gets back in safely with a dive. And now the count on Catafias is 2-1. So leadoff single. Catafias gets down. That would set the table nicely for Trey Becker on deck. On 2-1, Catafias pulls the bunt back and takes ball 3. And now we'll see if the bunt stays on 3-1. Walt being at the edge of the grass at third, and credit Catafias for taking the bat out of the way on the last 3 pitches. Runner goes, Catafias gets the butt up here and down in foul ground. Almost an absolute disaster. So that ball was almost popped up right to the first baseman, Vesperman. It would have been a double play. 3-2, so no more bunt, you'd think, right here. 3-2 the count. Now the pitch is fouled away. 3-2. Chase Catafias. Shaver at first and nobody out. The set. The runner goes. 3-2 swing and a miss, strike 3. Throw to second. Kicks off Shaver. Goes into shallow center, where it's grabbed quickly by Graybeck, and Shaver will stay at second base. Catafias strikes out swinging, but the strike him out, throw him out is averted.
Now batting number 10, Trey Becker.
I think that was a breaking ball, so maybe a little harder pitch to throw on. To a catcher, Ortega. Shaver had a pretty good jump as well. First stolen base of the season for Shaver. He's at second with 1 out. Trey Becker will bat. First pitch to Trey. There is a strike called, nothing in 1. Becker digs back in. And a squared up stance. The 0-1. Nice ball away. 1 ball and 1 strike on Trey Becker. Taps the plate. Shaver at second with 1 out. Bottom of the 4th. 2-0 Bucs. The pitch. Taken. There's a strike, and it's 1-2. No runs on 5 hits now for the Oilers. 2 runs on 3 hits for the Bucs. Becker struck out his first time. 1-2. Fastball taken high. 2-2. First time he got Becker, and Sal got Becker to swing at a fastball up and away. 2-2 now, right on right. Second baseman Champagne holding on Shaver. 2-2. Breaking ball, it hit him. Oh. And they say he's got to stay. It's ball 3, it's 3-2, and they say Becker made no effort to get out of the way. That's the call there. This had hit the elbow guard of the hand. 3-2, Becker can't really believe it. Because the call must be from Ryan Gill that he didn't make an effort to get out of the way. That's the rule. You have to make an effort to get out of the way to be awarded first base on a hit by a pitch, but it's very seldom called. And if it's ever called, it's usually when something weird happens, like maybe a pitch that bounced. That was just a breaking ball that caught Becker on the elbow. Surprising call by Ryan Gill, and the Oilers didn't like it. But it's 3-2. And the pitch. Taken. Strike 3 called. And that was a borderline pitch on the outside edge. I don't think Trey Becker's very happy as he walks to the dugout. Thought he had first base twice. I don't think Ryan Gill's the most popular guy around these parts at the moment either. But it's the 5th strikeout for Josh Hansel. It's quite the sequence. The pitch is a ball outside to Brown, 1-0. I think Ryan Gill's having a little bit of a difficult game behind the plate. But 1-0 is in there at the knees, 1-1. But it's one of those things. Umpires have difficult games too. They also have good games. That's when you don't notice them very much. 1-1. Swing and a miss. And it's 1-2. This inning could have looked a lot different if either Becker was given first on the hit by pitch or if the next one was called ball. There's strike 3 called Jake Brown. Brown's not happy. On the outside corner. And that's how the fourth comes to an end. Hansel strikes out the side.
You need to check your manual.
And Oilers fans are trying to dig into the archive for all the umpire lines that they've got. No runs are hit and 1 left at the end of 4. It's 2-0 Bucs on ESPN 1140, 96.9 FM, and RadioKenai.com.
Hey Siri, where should I go to eat today?
You should go eat at Senior Ponchos.
Yeah, I like going there every now and then.
Don't try and fool me. I see your truck at Ponchos every day. At Ponchos, you can enjoy their margaritas, chipotle, carne asada, and chimichangas.
So Siri, where are we going to eat?
Senior Ponchos.
Siri, say that again?
Senior Ponchos.
It's senior, not senior. Either way, we're going there right now.
Senior Ponchos, located on the Sterling Highway in Soldotna.
Is buying, refinancing, or renovating a home in your future? Hi, I'm Diane Durfee with Prime Lending, and I'm here to help you achieve your home ownership goals through our simple and hassle-free home loan process. I'll be by your side delivering personalized service, professional guidance, and timely results on the way to your ideal home loan. So call me today at 907-690-3811, because with Prime Lending, the right home loan starts here. Diane Durfee, Production Manager, NMLS 759439. Loan subject to credit approval, rates and fees subject to change. Prime Lending, a Flames Capital Company, NMLS 13649, Equal Housing Lender.
Top of the 5th, still 2-0. The Bucs lead the Oilers on 2 runs in the top of the 1st. The Oilers have now struck out 6 times in this game, 5 of the 6 from the bottom 3 in the order. Struck out 3 times in a row after Shaver led off the 4th inning with a single. The Oilers thought they had runners on first and second with 1 out when Becker was hit by a pitch, but Ryan Gill said he didn't get out of the way, so he had to stay there. It was ball 3, and then the 3-2 pitch, a borderline pitch that Becker thought might have been outside ball 4, was strike 3 called. Brown also struck out looking. Pitch to Chad Bourne, pulled foul for the Bucs dugout. Now they get 1. Walden Bros can customize just about anything, but specialize in clothing like t-shirts, crops, tanks, hats, and more. Visit them at waldenbros.store or call them today, 907-394-5510. No balls in a strike. Now the pitch. Taken, that's just outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. It might have been low. Bourne, Anglem, and Diaz, 2, 3, and 4 for the Bucs. Bourne's 0 for 2, a foul out and a fly out. 2-0 Bucs in the 5th of a 7-inning contest. 1-1. Up and in, 2-1. Lots of chatter from the bleacher in the grandstands today. I love to see that. Good atmosphere. 2-1. Foul back, and it's 2-2.
Nice hustle! Great hustle!
Anglem to follow. Diaz next. Going around the outfield. Left fielder Bourne and the center fielder England and the right fielder Diaz. 2, 3, and 4 in the Bucs batting order. 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball hit on the ground. A weird hop for Becker, but he handles it with a backhand. Goes to first in time. Took an awkward high hop off the edge of the infield grass. Trey Becker, as he usually does, unbothered, makes the play. Mose Hayes now 2 1/3 scoreless. Anglem next. He's 0 for 2, a strikeout and a flyout. Bucs scored 2 runs off starter Nolton Clark in the first inning, but nobody scored since. Pitch to Anglem. Low, ball 1. There's nobody warming up in the Bucs bullpen, although it seems like somebody's down there stretching. Some folks standing around, sitting up in the Oilers bullpen as well. And that pitch misses. 2-0. And Anglem, 1 out, nobody on. Top of the 5th of a 7-inning game. 2-0 Bucs. Look like anyone's getting hot in the Oilers bullpen. Coco Dinsky just still stretching, along with a couple others. 2-0. Popped up. Foul ground, third base side. West over near the Bucs dugout, and it's off the roof of the Bucs dugout, which is out of play. Walden Bros can customize just about anything, but specialize in clothing like t-shirts, crops, tanks, hats, and more. Visit them at a Walden Bros Dodge store or call them today at 907-394-5510. 2-1. Ball high. 3 balls and a strike.
Yeah. All right.
3-1 on Anglem. Now the pitch. Taken. There's a strike at the knee. Anglem thought he'd walked. Threw the bat away. Up toward first. Now he's hearing it from the Oiler fans.
Come on, Gary.
I agree with you, Sharon.
Come on, guys.
3-2. That's low, ball 4. Sharon's making a point to our right, and I actually agree with it. Why do batters always decide to preempt the umpire, thinking that that's going to give them an advantage when it comes to the call, or for whatever reason, by running toward first base? Everybody does it, but why? Patience is a virtue. It's okay maybe to, drop the bat, take a step or two. You don't have to sprint out toward first base before the umpire makes the call. That pitch is low to Michael Diaz, ball and no strikes. Vesperman on deck. Anglem the runner at first. Hayes turns and throws, diving back in safely is Anglem. Oilers will have the top of their order. They'll be going the 3rd time around the order in the 5th inning. They trail 2-0. 1 on, 1 out, top of the 5th. Another throw to first. Anglem diving in safely. He's trying to pick off a runner for the 2nd straight inning. West is even with a bag at 3rd in case Diaz is going to lay down a bunt. But Becker's all the way over towards second base. Huge hole left side of the infield against left-hand batting Diaz. Swings and misses there at strike 1. So it was high, and it's 1-1. Vesperman and Ortega the next two. And Diaz is 1 for 2, an RBI single and a run scored in the first inning. Popped out to left field in the third. On 1-1. A little high, 2-1. Middle infielders at double play depth with 1 out. Outfield straight away against left-hand batting Diaz. Here's the pitch. Swung out, popped up on the infield. Sakino backs up out of the right field grass. Drifting over, puts it away. Out number 2. And it'll be Fishberman next. He's walked and fouled out.
Now batting number 23, Dylan Westerman.
Line, baby.
Westerman 0 for 1 with a walk. Batting with a runner at first and 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did, says Brad Polk. Count no balls and a strike. 2-0 Bucks. We're in the top of the 5th of a 7-inning game. 2 outs and a runner at first. Hayes looking to make it 3 scoreless. Turns and throws to first. Diving back in there is Anglem. If the Oilers win this one, they'll clinch at least a share of this season's series, which is currently led by the O's 4-2. This is hammered on the ground foul past the Bucs' third base side dugout, 0-2. Big play in this game was still at play in the first inning on the infield single by Hennings. The Oilers ran themselves out of a bases loaded situation. 0-2, runner goes, pitch down and away. Firestone's throw goes into right center. Going to third is Anglem as it's picked up by Hennings. It's the second throwing error of the game by Ethan Firestone. Trying to throw down to second on a steal. Firestone's first 2 errors of the season. Runner with third with 2 outs. 1-2 the count on Vesperman. Here's the pitch. Fastball away. 2-2. Hayes looks in. He always works from the stretch, even with nobody on base, or in this case with a runner at third. 2-2. Popped up. Center field, shallow. Sakino, the second baseman, makes the call on the edge of the grass. It's behind his position, and he makes the catch. That retires the side. No runs, no hits, 1 error, and a man left. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Bucs 2, O's nothing. On ESPN 1140, 96.9 FM, and RadioKenai.com.
The fish are running, and you definitely want to get out on the river and enjoy all your Alaskan adventures. Don't let dental problems sideline your fun this summer. Now is the time to get your teeth checked, cleaned, and repaired. Dr. James Julian and his team are ready to help get your dental health in top shape, offering comprehensive services in a relaxed, family-friendly atmosphere. Contact them at 907-283-4857 to schedule your visit today. It's summer. Welcome it with a smile.
From Soldotna Professional Pharmacy. Like me, just moved it. Values, Soldotna Professional Pharmacy. My welcoming staff are
ready to serve you with a smile and a helping hand. Find us at 299 North Binkley in Soldotna, or call us at 262-3800. I'm Justin Ruffridge, and I look forward to serving you.
Josh Hansel back out to pitch the bottom of the 5th inning here for the Anchorage Bucs, who lead the Oilers 2-0. Hansel will start his 3rd time through the order. Oilers have had at least a runner on in each inning.
Leading off for the Oilers, first baseman number 8, Shimashita.
They haven't sent more than 5 men to the plate in any inning. And they have not hit well with runners in scoring position in this 2nd game of the series. Shimashita leads off. He is 0 for 2, which is uncommon, and he takes outside ball 1. So 2-0 Bucs, bottom of the 5th. 1-0. Breaking ball drops in for a strike on the outside corner. Bucs scored 2 runs in the top of the 1st, all zeros both ways sets. 1-1 from Josh Hansel, the starter for the Bucs. Outside ball, 2-1. Hansel has struck out 6, but he's also allowed 5 hits and a couple of walks. You can only say he's been dominant at all. The 2-1 is in there for a strike, and it's 2-2. 7 base runners in 4 innings. It's a whip of 175, which is not very good. 2-2. That missed outside. 3-2. Good eye by Shimashita. So another full count. Hansel's had plenty of those, but only 2 walks. The pitch swung on, popped up left side. That'll be foul out of play. Walden Rose can customize just about anything, but specialize in clothing like t-shirts, crops, tanks, hats, and more. Visit them at waldenrose.store or call them today at 907-394-5510. Oilers have a lefty warming up in the pen. And this one misses, ball 4. And Machida draws a walk, gets on base to start things off for the Oilers in their half of the 5th. So Will O'Neill warming up in the bullpen for the O's, left-handed pitcher from USC. Graydon West will step in to hit now. Shimashita on first. 3rd walk allowed by Hansel. West is 1 for 2. He was robbed of a hit by a nice catch by Garrett Engelman. Center his last time up, and he squares to bunt, but takes a breaking ball high. 1-0. And I think the bunt sign's still on here on 1-0. 3rd baseman Maltby in on the edge of the grass at 3rd. Middle infield back. First baseman Fesperman holding on Shimashita, and they throw over there. Shimashita back with a dive. West will be followed by Sakino. In the home 5th. It's 2-0 Bucs. Shimashita leads off first with nobody out. And so, the 1-0. West squares, another breaking ball is high, and it's 2-0. We'll see what happens to the bunt sign here. Oilers down by 2. So if they are bunting, they should be bunting for a hit, really. It's the 5th inning, which is really the 7th inning. 2-0, he squares, gets it down toward first base, picked up by the pitcher. Hansel bobbles it, then he throws to first in time to get West. Festerman, the first baseman on the receiving end. Shimashita moves up to 2nd, so it's a successful sacrifice bunt for Graydon West, but He was bunting for a hit, probably not exactly what he wanted. They do get a runner in scoring position now. Shimashita to second for Sakino. But we're giving away an out against a team that doesn't have a lot of bullpen arms. First pitch to Sakino. Breaking ball in there, strike one. Also on 2-0. Not sure if we'll have that idea to bunt, to keep the bunts on, but that's what they did. Successful sacrifice. Sakino's walked twice. 0-1. Swung on, lifted toward left field. Moving over is Bourne. He makes the catch for out number 2. And Hennings will bat next. Leadoff walk, a 2-0 count. Bunt. He gives the pitcher a little bit more confidence now that he's gotten out. Now he's got 2 outs. Runner at second base, and he's almost made it through 5 scoreless. Hennings is 2 for 2 though. He's got Shimashita on second in scoring position here. And Sell delivers. Fastball away, 1-0. It's be awfully disappointing for the Oilers not to score in this inning. Both teams have already left 6 runners on base this game. And the Oilers 6 runners on base through 4 innings. Time is called. Shimashita at second with 2 outs. Oilers trailing 2-0 in the bottom of the 5th. 1-0 to Hennings. That missed low. 2 balls and no strikes. Shimashita leads off second. Hennings will swing if he likes it. 2-0. That's a strike. Top of the zone. Good pitch to hit, but laid off. 2-1. Two-1 to Hennings. Swung on, chopped toward shortstop. Graybeck fields it, throws down the run in time by a half step. And the side's retired. Another leadoff man wasted for the Oilers. They've had the leadoff man now on in 3 of the 5 innings. Still haven't scored. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 left on base to make that total 7 through the first 5. We go to the 6th. We're only playing 7. 2-0 Anchorage on ESPN 1140, 96.9 FM, RadioKenai.com.
Hot Rod Southall Paving a proud sponsor of Peninsula Oilers Baseball. As the locals multi-millions. Understand to get started with details. At a fair competitive price. That's what you get from Hot Rod Southall Paving. Call Todd now to get a free paving estimate. Yeah, it is. 04729. Hot Rod Southall Paving. Patchwork, driveways, parking pads, parking lot. 7-420-4729. Hot Rod Southall Paving.
So, you're on Cave Beach Road and wanted a great cocktail or favorite beer of choice and simply just want to unwind? The place to stop is the Vagabond Inn, where you're sure to have lots of laughs, beers, and lots of tears, plus the best drink prices in town. The Vagabond Inn is a sports bar, liquor store, and is just a perfect hangout with friends. Oh, and NASCAR fans, they're sure to always have all your NASCAR on weekly, along with cornhole and horseshoes in the back. Check their Facebook page for their weekend entertainment, the Vagabond Inn, located on Cave Beach Road.
Top of the 6th is a new pitcher in for the Peninsula Oilers, and it's brought to you by Peninsula Pumping. Pitching change brought to you by Peninsula Pumping, your local homegrown septic pumping company. When you need to get your septic pumped, and give your bullpen sponsor a call. Peninsula Pumping, 907-262-5969. That's 907-262-5969. The new pitcher is Will O'Neill. And O'Neill on the season has thrown 10 innings in 8 appearances, all out of the bullpen. 16 hits, 20 runs, 12 of them earned, 15 walks, 5 strikeouts, 5 hit batsmen. He's 0-2 with an ERA of 10.80. Freshman from USC. One that stands out is his 15 walks plus 5 hit by pitch in 10 innings.
Great job, Stu. Great job.
Which comes out to 2 free passes per inning. It's hard to keep the other team off the board in that circumstance. 6, 7, and 8 for the Bucs, and the first pitch is hit on the ground to third. Graydon West stabs it, bobbles it. Now he's got to hurry his throw on time. Nice recovery by Graydon West. Unfortunate, I think, that the catcher was running there, Ortega.
Way to get your leader!
So, 1 out. At the top of the 6th with a score, 2-0 Bucs. Mose Hayes went 3 scoreless, didn't allow a hit. Gave up 3 walks, he struck out 1. Tom Chacon bats, left down left now, and the first pitch is a strike at the knees. That pitching line brought to you by Everybody Rides Again. Looking for a used vehicle? No credit, bad credit, no problem. Your job plus a small down payment is all you need. Located on the big corner, K Beach and Poppy Lane. Call 907-260-3053. 0-1 to Chacon. Up and in, and that one hit him.
He doesn't make an effort. Maybe not get it. He leaned into it.
And it's the 6th HBP allowed by O'Neill this season. And it'll bring up Dylan Maltby. 6 of those now, and 10 in the third for O'Neill. So it'll be Maltby now. He struck out twice. First pitch. Fastball high and away. 1 ball and no strikes. 1-0 to Maltby. Now the pitch. Swung on it on the ground to second. Tough hopper Becker throws to second. Sakino's return on time. Double play. O'Neill induces the 6-4-3 off the bat of Dylan Maltby. And he gets out of the top of the 6th, having only faced 3 batters. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We go to the bottom of the 6th. 2 more chances for the Oilers. They trail the Bucs 2-0 on ESPN 1140, 96.9 FM, and RadioKenai.com.
The warehouse is now open at Sweeney's in Solana, located right behind the store. Flannels at $8.47, regularly $16.95. T-shirts $5 to $7, and there's a huge variety. Rain gear on sale at the warehouse, along with socks, jeans, jackets, and outerwear. Everything 30 to 70% off. It's summertime at Sweeney's in Solana.
It's here at Sweeney's. The Best Shop has immediate openings for CDL drivers and
Blake Hammond, new pitcher.
Are full-time and pays based on experience. To apply, send your resume to bestmix@alaska.net or drop your resume off at The Best Shop on K Beach Road. The Best Shop has immediate openings. Just send your resume to bestmix@alaska.net or drop off your resume to The Best Shop on K Beach Road. The Best Shop, 907-262-8785.
Call the bullpen brought to you by Peninsula Pumping for the Bucs. Peninsula Pumping, your local homegrown septic pumping company. When you need to get your septic pumped, give your bullpen sponsor a call. Peninsula Pumping, 907-262-5969. Josh Hansel gives way to Blake Hammond. Hammond has thrown 21 in the 3rd innings and 9 relief appearances so far this season. 18 hit sledges, 7 runs, only 3 of those 7 have been earned. 7 walks and 16 strikeouts, 1-0 with a 1.27 ERA. Also has 3 saves, which is tied with Nico Stanley for the Bucs team lead. Very low ERA, 1.27 for Blake Hammond, the pitcher righty from Santa Clara.
Leading up to the Oilers, number 19, Ethan Firestone.
Well, Hansel is 6'6", Hammond is 6'3". A couple of tall righties the Oilers have faced in Game 2. And Hansel's game is done. His line, pretty good. Pitch to Firestone, low 1-0. It didn't have to be. He didn't seem to be dominating the Oilers, but Oilers were just unable to get a run all across one way or another. 0-1 to Firestone. There's a strike on the inner third. But it's 0-2 on Firestone. Shaver and Catafias will be the next two. It's 5, 6, and 7 in the Oiler batting order. Hill 2. There's a strike, and that's strike 3. Isn't it? 1-2. It wasn't strike 3. We all thought it was strike 3. The Bucs even threw around the horn, but Firestone knew it wasn't. Now it's 1-2. Here's the pitch. Swung on, line off the glove of the pitcher, Hammond into center field, a base hit. Firestone holds on at first for the 4th time in the first 6 innings. The Oilers have a leadoff man on base. They've got 0 for 3, though, getting that run home so far. Jake Shaver will be the batter. And looks like the Oilers are going to call for a pitch runner here. That's what it looks like. We'll put Jerry Nix into the game. Nix in for Firestone as a pinch runner.
Now running for Ethan Firestone, number 12, Jerry
Nix probably will just go play catcher in the top of the 7th. Firestone with a base hit. Nix pinch runs at first. This gives the Oilers a little bit more speed. And Nix is running. The pitch is missed on a bunt, and Nix is out. It's not even close at second base. It was a missed bunt by Shaver, so I think strike 1. But no, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. My apologies, Sharon. That one's on me. But an out is made.
No. He pulled backwards. That means it's a ball.
Noah Hennings, I think, from the Oilers dugout was explaining the rule to Sean Maltby. It's always Noah Hennings when you hear a voice from the dugout. That's not Sean Maltby. Okay, I don't know why I thought that. Pitch is high, and it's 1-0. I don't know why I thought that was. I don't know who's who anymore. 1 ball, no strikes. Somebody for the Bucs. 2-0. That is a strike on the outside corner. 1-1. So the whole time I've been saying this, Sean Maltby. I guess it isn't. He was coaching third. 2-1 the count. The pitch swung on and missed by Shaver. 2-2. It's just one of those things. Sometimes you mess up. My apologies. 2-2 the count on Jake Shaver now. Here's the pitch. Swung on, popped up, right side. Vesperman over toward the railing, and it's out of play. I think the Oilers have been trying to do a little too much, maybe. Another caught stealing there. It goes, honestly, I don't even remember. We'll say 2-4. Second time the O's have been caught stealing in the game. Or rather, the first time, the second base running mistake, and that pitch misses low to Shaver, 3-2. That is the second time the Oilers have been caught stealing today, the 29th caught stealing this season. That's got to be an ABL record. Dig through the archives for that. 3-2 to Shaver. Fouled away. Still 3-2. ABL's been around a long time, so maybe the game used to be played differently, but the way it's played today, you shouldn't have 29 caught stealings in a season, in a 40-game season, let alone in game 33 of it. That's what the Oilers have. 3-2. And the dirt ball 4. So the Oilers never needed to even try and steal second base in the first place. They get a walk. It's just a one-out walk. And batter will be Chase Catafias. And Catafias is 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts. It has not been a good base running game for the Oilers. 2 bad ones. Catafias fouls this one off, and it's 0-1. Brought to you by Walden Bros. They can customize just about anything, but specialize in clothing like t-shirts, crops, tanks, hats, and more. Visit them at waldenbros.store. Call them at 907-394-5510. The 0-1 misses. 1-1. So we'll give you the league stolen base numbers just so that you can have some context in what I'm saying when I talk about ratios and this and that in numbers. I'll give you some baselines to compare it to. The 0-1, that gets away from the catcher Ortega. He didn't know where it was. It was actually right below him, but Shaver advances to second on the wild pitch. Shaver's now been aboard all 3 times. The count 2-1 on Catafias. 2-1. Here's the pitch. Swung on, grounded up the middle, and is going to be cut off by the shortstop Graybeck. He throws to first in time. What a play. Cody Graybeck showing off some range. A really nice play, ranging up the middle there. Shaver gets to third, but now there's 2 out for Trey Becker. That bunt and run was quite puzzling, to be honest with you. Down by 2 in the bottom of the 6th inning. That certainly has helped out Bucs in this inning. 2 outs, runner at third. Becker, the tying run now, stepping to the plate. He does have 1 home run this season. First pitch, swing and a miss. Right on the fastball. So the Glacier Pilots have stolen 39 bases. They've been caught 14 times. Miners have stolen 31 bases. They've been caught 12 times. The 0-1 pitch. And a strike to Becker, 0-2. The Bucs have stolen 41 bases. They've been caught 12 times. And the Chinooks have stolen 34 bases. They've been caught 10 times, right? So all the other teams between 10 and 14 in the caught stealing numbers. The Oilers are outliers. So too. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And that retires the side as the Oilers run themselves out of another inning. Just to wrap up that point for you, the Oilers now have, let's see, in this game 2, last game 1, coming into today, the Oilers had 49. So it's 52 successful stolen bases against 29 times caught stealing. They lead the league by stolen bases with 15 more of those than the next closest team. They have 15 more caught stealings than the next closest team also. They've also been picked off base 7 times. Anyway, in the bottom of the 6th inning for the Oilers, no runs, a hit, and 2 left. And at the end of 6, it's the Bucs 2, the Oilers nothing on ESPN 1140, 96.9 FM, and RadioKenai.com.
Hello, this is Kylie Jones. I recently joined PCHS as a family nurse practitioner. My husband and I fell in love with the Kenai area and are so happy to be part of this wonderful community. I believe in a holistic approach of medicine. My goal is to help my patients understand their health. Schedule an appointment today and we'll work together to help you live your healthiest life possible. Call 907-262-3119.
Peninsula Community Health Services, supporting your health.
Up Joseph Beeman's talking with Steve. Homeschooling time is upon us, and you can get yourself all the stuff you need right here at Beeman's.
Matt, we're an approved vendor for Connections, Idea, and Raven. You need to check with your school when your allotments are available, but we stock basic school supply, arts and crafts supplies, educational games, workbooks, science kits, reading books, sports equipment, all sorts of things for your homeschool needs.
On here at Beeman's, located on the Kenai Square Highway in Solana.
We begin at the top of the 7th. Will O'Neill back on the mound. He throws high. Ball 1 to Cody Graybeck, who's walked twice. He's a number 9 hitter. 9-1-2. Graybeck, Champagne, and Bourne. For the Bucs as they look for some insurance in the 7th. A 1-0. Then for a strike, 1-1. Will O'Neill back on for his second inning of work after a scoreless 6th, helped out by a Dylan Maltby 6-4-3 double play. 1-1. Spiked toward the plate. That caught Jerry Nixon around the arm. Nixon, a catcher after he pinch ran for Firestone and then was caught stealing on the button run.
You know what to do! Cody!
2-1 pitch. That missed high. And the count 3-1. Graybeck. Not going to win too many games if you walk the number 9 hitter every time he comes up to the plate. That's what O'Neill's in danger of doing here with the Oilers. There'll be 3 different pitchers. The pitch in there for a strike. Clark was the guilty party in the second inning, walking the 9 hitter Graybeck. Mose Hayes did the same in the 4th. O'Neill in danger of doing it to lead off the 7th. It's 3-2, lefty on lefty. Pitch, swung on it on the ground to short. Becker charges, fields by his side, throws to first on time, 1 out. Another difficult play that Trey Becker makes look extremely routine. And a charge fielded at his side, but never any doubt with Trey Becker there on a play like that. 1 out. And Champagne coming to the plate. Good job by O'Neill to hit back in that after 3-1. Here's Champagne. He's 1 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. Looking ahead to the bottom of the 7th inning. Oilers will have 9-1-2 due up in the order as the pitch misses high, 1-0. It'll be Brown 0 for 2, Shimashita 0 for 2 with a walk, and then West 1 for 2 with a sacrifice. 1-0. Breaking ball low, 2-0. Nobody warming up in the bullpen for the Anchorage Bucs. Looks like Oilers, if someone's standing around, be Max Miller, but not warming up. 2-0. And miss below the knees. 3-0. On Alex Champagne. Chet Bourne's on deck. Then Anglem. 1 out, nobody on. Top of the 7th and final scheduled inning in this game. 2-0 Bucs. 3-0. In there. 3-1. So it should be against Blake Hammond for the Oilers in the 7th inning. Here's the 3-1. Then on the ground towards second. Nice job by Sakano to get in front of it. He throws to first in time. I like what Shun did right there. A ball that was bouncing awkwardly and taking some weird hops. Instead of trying to backhand it, he did what you're supposed to do, hustled over to get in front of it. Make it a much easier play, even with the difficult hops on the Coral Seymour infield. It's Chad Bourne now. He's 0 for 3. Grounded out his last time up. First pitch to him. Fouled away, nothing in 1. Walden Bros can customize just about anything, but specialize in clothing like t-shirts, crops, tanks, hats, and more. Visit them at waldenbros.store. Call them today, 907-394-5510. Nothing in 1 on Bourne. Here's the pitch. Strike at the knees. And it's 0-2. 0-2 on Bourne. Now the pitch. Breaking ball hammered towards center field. There's a base hit for Chad Bourne. His first hit of the day. He's now 1 for 6 in the doubleheader. Garrett Anglin will step in. He's walked his last time, 0 for 2. These are the only 2 games in the ABL tonight, with the Chinooks and the Pilots getting postponed to Sunday. Oilers trying to win both games, but I'll have some work to make up in the bottom of the 7th to do that. Ground ball up the middle, backhand by Sakino. His throw is perfect! What a play! O'Neal reached for it between his legs, and then Sakino crossing second base with a terrific play on the backhand. So 2 scoreless innings for Will O'Neal with help from his defense. No runs, a hit, 1 left. And we've played 6.5. Last chance for the Oilers next. It's 2-0 Bucs on ESPN 1140, 96.9 FM, and RadioKenai.com.
Alaska Car Shop now has lifetime warranty LED bulbs that are so simple to install, you can do it yourself. They're brighter, and like I said, they're simple to install. You're just replacing your old bulbs. No wiring, no cutting, just simple installation. Stop by Alaska.
Sorry, did you say we're going to the bottom of the 7th?
These are amazing light bulbs.
I don't remember. Did I already do the 7th inning stretch read? I don't think I did.
Yikes, that's no way to treat.
If you want to come in with the 7th inning stretch music.
Tools, wood,
four-wheelers,
and everything else in the bed of your truck. Protect it with Rhino Lining, the best spray-in bed liner available at Rhino Linings of the Peninsula. New beds, old beds, bumpers, tube steps, and other automotive accessories, Rhino Linings of the Peninsula can protect it. We can also spray things for ATVs, boats, and trailers. For more information, call Rhino Linings of the Peninsula at 252-2598. That's Rhino Linings of the Peninsula, 252-2598.
Sunday Stretch is brought to you by C&M Muffler and Transmission. Your car is having problems? Call on the pros at C&M Muffler and Transmission. Brake work, alignment issues, engine problems, and yes, electrical and muffler yes, muffler and transmission repair too. Call them today. C&M Muffler and Transmission, 907-262-6025. Jake Brown leads off for the Oilers. The last chance here in the bottom of the 7th. First pitch, fastball at the top of the zone. Strike 1 from Blake Hammond. 2-0 Bucs. Last chance for the O's. Bucs going for a doubleheader split. Oilers going for a doubleheader sweep. The 0-1 to Brown. Fastball high, 1-1. Brown is 0 for 2. He struck out his last time up. When the game's over, stay tuned for the Peninsula Community Health Services post-game show. And the 1-1 is a strike. Peninsula Community Health Services, supporting your health, offering medical, dental, behavior, and eye care health services. Online at pchsak.org or call 907-262-3119. 1-2. Fastball foul back. Still a ball and 2 strikes.
JP. Look at it. No, you're not.
Foul ball brought to you by Walden Bros. 907-394-5510 for Walden Bros. The 1-2. Down and out. 2-2. Need a base runner before you can worry about trying to hit for power here. Down 2 in the bottom of the last. 2-2. Fouled away. Still 2-2 on Jake Brown. Oilers have wasted opportunities in this game. They've left 8 men on base. They've had a man thrown out at home. They've had a man caught stealing. Both of those were major base running mistakes. 2-2. Way outside, 3-2. Game that the Oilers have made some mistakes in. Still trying to salvage it. 3-2. Swung out it on the ground to short. Right at Graybeck. Kicks it into his chest. Throws high and it gets away. And Brown will stop it first. As it's backed up by the catcher Ortega. As that the break the O's needed. A routine grounder to short. Graybeck, who's had a great game defensively, completely airmails the throw. Good things happen when you put it in play. E6. First error by the Bucs this doubleheader. And it sets the stage for James Shimashita as the tying run. First pitch. And there's strike one over the inner third. Shimashita 0 for 2 with a walk. A 1 pitch. Swung on. Base hit going into right field down the line. Shimashita hits first. He will hold on there as it's rifled in quickly by the right fielder Diaz. And Brown goes first to third. Here we go. The Oilers, with had chance after chance in this game, have another one. First and third, and nobody out for Graydon West.
Let's go, G.
And the Oilers are going to put in a pitch runner, I think, for Shimashita. And they only have the luxury of doing this because Casey Burnham's on the bench. Casey Burnham, the pitch runner for Shimashita. Shimashita doesn't have bad speed, but Burnham's got elite speed. He normally starts, but able to be used as a pinch runner here. Last time he was used as a pinch runner was against the Chinooks late in the game, and he scored a decisive run. Now he's a tying run out at first. West the batter. First pitch. Swung on, fouled away to the right. 0-1. Walden Bros can customize just about anything but specialize in clothing like t-shirts, crops, tanks, hats, and more. Walden Bros Store. Again, Game 3 of the series will be tomorrow at 6. We'll be on air with the Sweeney's pregame show at 5:40. Hope to see you then. Throw over to first. Closer play. Burnham gets back in with the right hand.
Let's go, West. Come on.
Casey Burnham.
Go, Westy. Go, Westy.
8 stolen bases this season, but he's been caught 4 times and he's been picked off once as well. Not going. The 0-1 to West. Big rip and a miss, and it's 0-2. Brown at third, Burnham at first. Nobody out. Bottom of the last. Bottom of the 7th. 2-0 Bucs. Oilers got a walk-off in the last 2 regular seasons. 0-2 to West. Swing and a miss. Tipped into the mitt of Ortega. Second strikeout for him, and 1 out. And Shun Sakino will be the batter.
Number 1, Sakino.
Sakino was walked twice and flied out to left field. Burnham, the pinch runner, the tying run at first. With 1 out in the bottom of the last. Pitch to Sakino. Swung on, driven toward right field. Diaz going back. That's over his head. It's off the wall. Jogging home is Brown. Burnham going to be hauled up at third. He slips. They throw as Kevin Clancy put up the stop sign, and maybe it's only fitting that if the Oilers lose this game, it'll be on a base running mistake. Wow! The best hit ball by Shun Sakaino this season. Burnham unable to score from first. Held up by Kevin Clancy with a late stop sign, and then he slipped. And he was tagged out by the third baseman, Maltby. 2 outs, Sakaino's at second. 2-1 the score. Wow. What a hit by Sakaino. Burnham's slip looms large at the moment, to say the least. 2 outs, a runner at second for Hennings. That's the tying run in Shun Sakaino. Burnham hadn't slipped, it would have been the winning run with 1 out. The pitch, swung on, fouled away to the right, nothing at 1. And Hennings has had a good day. 2 for 3 in this game, 1 for 1 with a walk and a sac fly in the first game. Sakaino, the runner at second, has very good speed. 0-1 on Noah Hennings. Now the pitch. Swung on and fouled away. It's 0-2.
Foul ball brought to you by Luke Belton.
Hey, now you got 2 more. Hey, now you got to fight. Now finish your work.
Oilers down to their last strike. Oh, and Sakaino ripped that off the bat. Thought it'd be a tie game, but now the Oilers a strike away from dropping this one. 0-2. Swung on, fly toward right field. Diaz over toward the corner, still on the run. That ball is going to be foul. Gets down in the corner, but a foul ball will do it again. Well, hit off the bat of Hennings. Sakaino still at second base to tie a run. Oilers down to their final strike. 2-1 Bucs in the 7th. Oilers out hitting the Bucs 8-4. But they've made 3 huge base running mistakes in this game. That's the story of this one. Unless Noah Hennings can put a twist into the tail and maybe send it to extras. 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Tag applied on a pitch in the dirt, and that's the ball game. Bucs win game 2 of the doubleheader as they steam out of the dugout, pour onto the field, a game that the Oilers lost because of base running. It's as simple as that. In the 7th inning for the O's, 1 run, finally, on 2 hits. 1 massive error, but the Oilers could not take advantage. 1 big slip, and a tying run left in scoring position. Final score, Bucs 2, Oilers 1. Back to talk about it on the post-game show next on ESPN 1140, 96.9 FM, and RadioKenai.com.
Hello, this is David Albritton. My family and I recently moved here from Mississippi, and we are very excited to be in Alaska. I'm a board-certified nurse practitioner at PCHS. Being in the field of nursing for 15 years has led me to enjoy family health care. I love being a part of all aspects of care throughout my patient's lifespan. My goal is to provide every patient with the best care possible that is easily accessible and exceptional.
Peninsula Community Health Services, supporting your health. The Best Shop has immediate openings for CDL drivers and heavy-duty mechanics. These positions are full-time and pays based on experience. To apply, send your resume to bestmix@alaska.net or drop your resume off at The Best Shop on